This is LaserBolt, and welcome to today's video, guys. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the endgame and how to make this endgame better. As you guys know, we are going to be getting an update for the game very, very soon. Not in the sense of a patch update, but we're going to be getting some brand new stuff coming into the game. I will have a separate video explaining when that's going to drop, when we can expect it to drop, so make sure you guys keep an eye on that. So today, we're going to be focusing on one particular subject, which are the drop pods. Now, for those of you guys who have been playing the game, you guys already know how drop pods are, and I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys have your drop pads at 999,999. Today we're going to be talking about how we can actually make use of these and how we can make the game better and more enjoyable. So if all this sounds like something you're definitely interested, a like would be greatly appreciated, and let's talk about drop pods. So as you guys know, one of the biggest things when it comes to playing any loot and shooters or to playing Outriders in general is being able to take full advantage of the endgame, because once you level up, it's all about the endgame, and then you start cranking out those expeditions and getting all the loot you want. But what tends to happen, and like I said earlier, the majority of us already have maxed out drop pods because there's absolutely nothing to do with these particular pods. Now, today we're going to be talking about what I think should be the changes and things that I think would make the game a little bit more enjoyable and better, that we can use these drop pods that are not that huge of a detriment. So number one, guys, let's get started of one of my biggest pet peeves, and that is whenever I go to this table right here and I have to select an expedition. It only gives me 4. Now, I think a nice way for me to actually be able to pick any expedition that I want would be the ability of me able to unlock the whole map with drop pods. And how do we do that? Well, I have 2 suggestions. Number one is if you have 999,999 drop pods, you can spend all the drop pods and that will unlock the full board for you guys. That would be one suggestion. The other suggestion that I have is that once every single expedition has been gold cleared, would be to unlock the whole map with a little bit less, maybe 500,000 drop pods, and that will unlock the map for you. So it's 2 different suggestions. It will involve you in spending some drop pods, because I mean we do need to put use to these, and the price has to be high so that whenever we come to this particular table, we're able to pick any expedition we want without having to go into an expedition, exiting out, or travel to a different location to actually make the table, recycle. This would give us a complete board of every expedition, and we're able to target the loot that we want whenever we want to. Also, guys, I did forget to mention at the earlier start of the video, if you guys have any other suggestions, drop them in the comment section down below. And if you need help trying to find armor like your Death Shield, Akari chest piece, Dugaki Cow, or anything like that, don't forget we stream every single day. So if you guys want to stop by and get targeted loot, then definitely make sure you guys check us out on stream. We stream here on YouTube, so that makes it really cool. The one cool thing about it is that Discord will actually notify you when we stream, because YouTube sometimes doesn't. So you want to head over to our Discord channel, link is down below. So that is suggestion number 1 that I want to mention in regards to what I feel would be a very viable option, is to be able to unlock the whole complete map with drop pods. I think that would be really, really big, and it would make a very big improvement to the game, because it's a bit annoying you having to go to exit back and forth and doing too much things to actually just get the just pretty much to get the expedition you want to actually obtain. All right, so number 2, guys, I think that we are going to go and talk about one of the things that I think a lot of people could definitely agree on, and that is the disadvantage we have with some legendaries. So let's go over these legendaries real quick. So as you guys hear here, I have the Seismic Commander helmet, and the attributes here are Anomaly Power, Status Power, Skill, Life Leech. And then on my chest piece, I have Anomaly Power, Status Power, Cooldown Reduction. To me personally, for the way I run my I was about to say my Titan, but the way I run my Devastator is I prefer everything to have Anomaly Power, Status Power, and Cooldown Reduction. Unfortunately, these all drop with static armor. So what that means for those of you guys that might be new to the game is this drops. I can't get this with any other role with Anomaly Power, Status Power, Skill, Life Leech. Now, there are 2 ways of actually going about this that I want to suggest. And you guys can let me know in the comment section down below which one do you feel that would be more easy to implement, or the one that you probably would like the most. So the easiest one I want to implement is giving me the ability to go talk to Sahedi and tell him, allow me to craft this item, and me being able to change one of these attributes for pods. So they can put an expensive number, like it could be 25,000 per attribute. It could be 250 for attribute. It could be 500,000 for attribute, and allowing me to change one attribute. I only would have a chance to change one of these. So, for example, on this particular case, I would want to change that skill life leech to cooldown reduction, and that will make the legendary drops actually more viable because then I could use my legendaries. I could take the benefit of the 3 seat armor piece and have the perfect roll for these armors. Once again, introducing endgame because, of course, the more I change, the more drop pods I'm going to have to accumulate. So it makes you play the game more often. That is suggestion number 1. Suggestion number 2 would be to be able to go to an expedition, and once I'm at the expedition table, allow me to spend a drop pod when I pick this one. So when I go to this menu, allow me to spend a drop pod, and that will give me a chance to get a legendary but re-rolled. Okay, so that means that I don't know what legendary that is. It's just going to give me the advantage of actually being able to re-roll that legendary, so I won't get a static number. So let's say, for example, we have the Seismic Commander helmet, right? I already know where to go and target loot that one. So every time I join an expedition, it's going to give me the chance so I can go ahead, whatever legendary that I get will be re-rolled. It won't land the static numbers, but it'll just be rerolled. It'll make the farming a little bit more difficult because you don't know what legendary you're getting, but you're spending pods. But you're getting a re-rolled legendary every single time you do the expedition, and that you do it by paying a currency or paying a sort of bounty to get re-rolled legendaries every time you do a certain expedition. It could be like a 10,000 donation or 10,000 drop pods, 25,000 drop pods. But I think that would be a very good way of actually spending those pods to get better attributes for our legendaries. Now, that would be number 2. Now, for number 3, guys, once again, it's going to be going towards armor. And this is going to be something that might be good and a lot of you guys might like. And the developers might not like this. I think everybody in the community would love this. But I don't think that the devs would like this because it will make some builds really OP. So as you guys know right now, we currently have we have to kind of farm for specific armor. So let's say I want this to drop with a specific specific mod. I have to kind of just farm this over and over until I get the mod I want, and then craft that armor. Craft that green, craft that blue, and get that mod, the first mod, and then be able to get the second mod in there. What I want to suggest is being able to use these pods to actually do modifications to 2. Yes, guys, to 2 of the mods. So not only will I be able to modify the double jump, which I already modded in there, but it would give me the advantage to modify the second one, the ground crutch. If I want to add something else in there, it would give me that second modification. So I think the devs probably won't like that because it kind of reduces the grinding of blues and it kind of removes the whole concept of blues and greens. And it focuses primarily on you getting purples and or just running the whole legendary armor set and then swapping mods to whatever mod you like. I think that would be really good, but I don't think the devs would so favor this one that much. I think as a community standpoint, I think we would probably favor that because, it'd make builds really awesome and that'll make us run our legendary armor, take the benefit of that, and have the mods we want in there. But I don't think the devs are going to be so excited for that. So the only thing I could probably think is adding some sort of really high price on the pods. So let's say I like these gloves, right? Making the pods actually buy this glove to allow me to unlock that second mod and still charge me to change that mod. So let's say if I want to get this one, it's going to be 750,000 pods. So I unlock the glove. Once the glove is unlocked, it will go ahead and give me the option to make a second mod change if I wanted to, and that would be another additional 25 pods for that second mod. So that's a few suggestions, but I think allowing us to have 2 sets of mods would be pretty good. The last one I want to recommend is allowing us to implement a system that will allow us to increase the loot drops. So let me explain how that would work. So let's say I would go to this particular expedition. Let's say I go to Stargate here. And in this menu, remember, we already have the option to give us the reroll. So let's say I paid 25k pods for me to get rerolled items. So then there's going to be another one on the left-hand side menu, and it's going to say it decreased the time. So as you guys see right here, we have 2213, 2213, 1702, 1151. Then on the left-hand side, it's going to give me an option to decrease the timer. So let's say I say, usually when I run Stargate, I can complete it in 9 minutes. So I'm going to decrease the timer to 9:51. So it's going to give me an option to decrease that timer. Now, what that's going to do, it's going to allow me to increase the legendary drop rate. As you guys see right here, the legendary drop rate now is at 50%. If I change the timer for every minute, it will give me an additional 10%. So let's say we drop this 2, it's going to give me a 70% legendary drop rate, even though if I don't finish it at 9:51, I don't get anything. So it's going to be like those high risk, high reward type of things. If you do complete it in 9:51, you'll get the 70% drop rate. But if you don't finish it, you get no legendaries at all. It's going to be a dry run. So it's going to be like those high risk, high reward type of scenarios. But I think it'd be very beneficial because it would make farming a little bit more fun, dynamic. It'll push yourself to want to get that lower time as much as you can. But it's going to give you an incentive when you actually lower that time because that legendary drop rate will be increased exponentially. So those are the ones I have thought of and I think would make the endgame a little bit more rewarding. And it will also make the endgame a little bit more challenging and more engaging because you're going to have to be farming pods. You're going to want to make sure you get as many pods as you can to do as many changes for your armor and changes to the actual table itself. Now, if you guys have any other suggestions that we could probably do with pods, please let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. Also, let me know what you guys think of the suggestions I mentioned here. Do you guys like them, dislike them? Did you guys do a couple tweaks to them? Please let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you guys are enjoying our Outriders coverage. If you are doing a huge favor, guys, drop a like or drop a comment. But most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications so you guys won't miss when our videos go live. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.